Hey everyone, Bolagnaise from DPS here. Let me just adjust this camera. I got another replay review today for you of a game I had in my E50. My 15th game in my E50. I absolutely love the tank. It's one of my best performers. And it's a really strong tier 9 tank. 390 alpha gun, just under 8-second reload, and super accurate German tank. And it's got armor. Crazy. For a medium tank to have a little bit of armor. It can side scrape really well against tier 8 tanks. Tier 9s, it's sort of hit and miss, especially if they know where the weak spots are. And tier 10s, it's not so good against. The only real thing that's troll about the armor is the upper front plate against tier 10s, but if they're shooting heat, they're going to pen you no matter where in most spots except for that upper plate, and even then sometimes they will pen it. So straight away we're going to go into the replay and going to have a look at my game here on Overlord. So here we are on Overlord. I'm in a platoon with Bowen, who's now in Omega, ex-armed and Iron / Violacious Marith from the forums. And we're on Overlord. Straight away, we notice there's one Artie. We're going to take the chance. It's a tier 8 Artie just to play the middle. They don't have that many mediums, so we sort of need to focus on their heavies, is our thinking, general thinking. The 1-2-3 line is terrible on this map. If you're watching this and you go the 1-2-3 line, give yourself a quick uppercut, because that position of that entire part of the map is just terrible. Anyone who goes beach provides nothing for their team. You provide nothing. You're literally doing nothing for your team. You're pushing a flank and you're just smashing into other tanks, providing no spotting. These T32 and E100, right now they're doing nothing for this team. Nothing. There's all these tanks up here that have been spotted that they could use that alpha. You know, E100, what is it, 750 alpha or something like that? I don't know, I don't have one. But they're doing nothing for this team. So right now I've got a Conqueror, Centurion, Action X, and a T54 SCA 2 spotted here in the center with us. And a lot of tanks, as you can see, down on the 8-9 line down the very back. This Conqueror's in a really strong position, so it's actually going to be hard to pen him. So I decided to switch, kill this STA2 because he's being over aggressive on very low hit points, and take him out. Now, our Artie needs to focus this Conqueror, but at the moment he's not doing much to him. So we need to try and push these tanks out of this spot here so we can help our heavies here, which are getting flanked by a mouse. So you can see, like, this T32 E100, right, they've met a T30, and E100 should be able to deal with a T30 all day of the week. I mean, it has a big gun, alpha gun like an E100, but it does not have the hit points. It doesn't have the hit points to play with an E100, so he's not doing much for it. You know, straight away you can just see he took off half his health. So now I'm pushing, gonna focus Centurion Action X, got his ass, and picked up my second kill. There's a low out on the little spit there. That's a terrible position for the low. He should have really gone the 8-9 line and supported his tanks there. Low, great sniper, good gun, not a TD, but it just doesn't have the alpha to be able to sit back and make an impact in the game. It needs to be out there and using its hit points and its semi-decent armor. So I get the tracking shot on the T54. Hoping that I'm going to reload before, reload before he fixes his tracks, but he must have a good crew. And guy plays like a potato and lets me put 2 into him.
Target acquired. Target unlocked.
And decides not to shoot me and shoots the grounds. I'm not sure what was going on there, but whatever, bro.
We didn't penetrate their
Strong player. So now we've flanked the Conqueror. We've got him down to a fair amount of hit points, and he's a one-shot. And he's on 390 low roll, of course. Why wouldn't I low roll? And now I'm on 500 health, 2k damage. And just looking around, trying to spot tanks. Get the low. I mean, this gun is pure. It is just amazing with APCR. It's a mediocre with AP. I could have shot the side of that tank with AP, but I mean, to get the best out of this tank, you need to sort of shoot APCR. With APCR, it has 270mm of penetration, and it's amazing. With AP, it's sort of mediocre. There's that upper front plate I was talking about before. Really, really strong upper front plate on the E50. So it's effective. It's like 280, 300, something like that, depending on angling. So it's really super strong. Take a hit against IS-3. It was a little bit of a poor play by me. I knew that I could take the hit. I didn't really want to, but I did it anyway. I missed a shot against the Revolution. Now there's just a JPE 100 left, a T30, and a Waffle Panzer 4. So Waffle Panzer 4 gets finished off, and now it's a T30 on the beach. You can see that our E100 has basically driven all the way back around and done nothing this game. He's fought an IS-3, and that's pretty much it. Killed some tanks, did a little bit of damage, but he hasn't done much for the team. I mean, that mouse and then whatever else was down there, sorry, just the T30, we could have just left him. Get the tracking shot on the JPE 100, and I'm hoping that he's not going to shoot me. I see that the tracks are taking a long time to repair. Poor crew. And go for the side of the tank. Finish up the game. And that's the replay. So let's have a quick look at the post-game stats. Obviously, this is my Ace Tanker. Correction, this is not the post-game stats for that game. Let's pull them up. Let's pull up the correct ones. Here we go. So here's the post-game stats. It was an Ace Tanker. I did 4.4k damage, and this War Tiger UAD E100 that went down, yeah, he did some good damage against a T30 in that, but I mean, he didn't really contribute. Maybe it was this E100. I think it was this E100 that went down. Who knows? It's not really something. Beach is never a good idea. It may have worked for him this game, but whatever. So it took me 15 games to ace the E50. I'm really happy that I was able to ace it so quickly. If you look at my replay review thread, you can see that, we pull it up here, these are my first 5 games in the E50. You can see that I was performing really, really well in it. Let me just blow that up bigger. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I can zoom in. So basically I was averaging like between 5 and 6,000 WN8 in most games. It's a really good stat pattern. If you can do damage. I've had some terrible games in it where I'll just like get penned by everything. The gun is amazing. The armor is decent. And the only real downside of it's a little bit slow, but the terrain resistance is excellent for a tier 9. It has really poor camo. It's 9% while stationary, which, I mean, isn't, a lot of people say that's terrible, but it's not super bad. It's one of the lowest, but it's not terrible. Especially when it has a little bit of armor to work with and doesn't rely purely on its camo rating in order to stay unspotted. Anyway, thanks for watching my replay review of my E50 Ace, and I hope to catch you on my next video.